Hey, everybody, it's your boy Doc Williams, and today we're going to be talking about how you can create your very own side hustle. We're going to be talking about how to launch it, ideas, all of those things. So let's begin. Again, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to be talking about how to launch your own side hustle. We're going to go through some ideas, how to get started, all of those things. So in the chat, let me know if you're watching a replay, just do hashtag replay and let us know what you're trying to build. What kind of side hustle are you thinking about? Now, to get a copy of this 50 plus high profit side hustle, there's a link down below in the comment section or in the, also, if you're watching live, you'll see it. We just dropped a link and we're going to be talking about these 50 different side hustle ideas for you to get started for your idea and what you want to launch. Okay, so the first thing is, what are you trying to do? Why are you trying to create this side hustle? From there are a lot of different things that you could be doing. For example, you could be launching a template. You could be doing something with launching a course, knowledge as a service, a scraper, a micro SaaS, which is software as a service, plugins, and the list goes on and on. So the first question is, what are you trying to do? Why are you trying to create these things? So in general, usually if you have a skill that you're looking to capitalize on, what are you doing right now? Are you having it as just a service? Are you selling a template? What are you doing? So there's a couple things to consider right here. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through a couple of these on the list to show you how you can be doing this right now. And then also taking the time, if you want to start, like where to look, there are tons of videos on this channel as well. Just look at how you can be selling templates or whatever you want to do, and then go from there. So let's take a look at the first one. The first one is Glide templates. If you have not seen Glide, Glide is a platform where you can create apps for your business without coding, and you can actually sell your templates right here. So this is just to give you an idea. If you're already proficient on a platform, you're already liking a no-code platform, or you're already selling, you can already start going one-to-many instead of working with just one-on-one clients. You can start selling your templates either in the Glide store, or you can just be selling the link for people to be able to copy your template. All right. So when you're thinking about different side hustles, you can start charging. You can see in the Glide, um, in the templates right here, some people sell them for sometimes $15. I've seen up to a couple $100. Right here it's 49. And now you don't have to worry about constantly working with all of these different clients. You can just be selling your different templates, right? So in the comment section down below, let me know what you're trying to do. Are you trying to sell a template? Have you thought about that? Is there a certain platform you like Bubble or Adalo or something like that? Or maybe you just have a skill that's not related to a certain platform and you're trying to teach someone, such as like podcasting or how to create live events or virtual events. Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, so those are just a couple different ones. By the way, if anyone wants this um this this document, I'm dropping it in the chat right now. Here we go. Okay, so there you go. You can see it right there, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's continue. So there is Glide templates you could do. Also, you can see on Notion OS or operating systems, people do this um on Gumroad all the time. So if you're thinking about, hey, I don't have a place where I can start selling my stuff, I have no idea where to go. Gumroad.com, you see people do this all the time. Let's take a look. So if you go to Gumroad, if you say discover right here, and let's just type in Notion. Okay, take a look. Okay, so we have all of these different types that people are selling right here. 129, 60 euros, 45. What I would do is take a look at what's selling and what has a lot of great reviews. I'll look at 31 reviews right here. Let's take a look. And then also too, let's take a look at their reviews. Let's see. Let's see. Reviews, ratings. Can I see? Okay, so number one, it will give me the ratings in general, which is good, 94%. And then what I'm going to do is look at how they're structuring the actual page of what they're selling. So I see right here, I'm seeing a video. I'm seeing how they formatted the actual sales page in Gumroad. So I'm not telling you to bootleg, and go word for word, but that allows you to understand how they're positioning their product for to sell it. And you can be doing the same thing. So for example, find your following will teach you to. And so they're giving benefits right here. Here's a sample of the engagement. I love that. Course materials, FAQ. So you're answering all of the different questions for someone before they buy it. Another example of this would be if you go into AppSumo and you want to see like really good copy, how they format it, just look at their sales page. The reason this has worked for so many years is it's very structured how people can start making decisions to buy. So again, great idea right there. You can do the same thing. Let's take a look. So that's one idea for like Notion OS. The other one is Coda packs or templates, right? Maybe I should add that. Just say Coda packs. Okay. So if we're looking at Coda, let's take a look. Coda packs. Okay. So they power up your documents. Right here, you can not only create packs that people can reuse them or they can start using them in their project. There's also hackathons around this. So if you're creating one, you can actually get paid to do this. I just saw a hackathon about creating Coda packs. So this is something that Coda, the company, is rewarding. That's a great way for you to start making a side hustle, creating these things and selling them. Great idea. And if you're a Coda fan, again, pick a platform that you really enjoy using. Okay, next is softer templates. And if anyone hasn't seen all the new updates with Softer, they're just going crazy with all the new updates. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so if we're looking at this, there's tons of templates that they automatically have. But if I was going to make a side hustle and I really like what people are doing right here or what Softer can offer, I can just start creating my own templates that I can be selling and put it into their accounts and everything like that. What I like about Softer is if you know how to use a website builder, you basically can use Softer. Um, it, Let me just log in and show you. Very, very simple, very easy to do. I'm a huge fan. So let's take a look. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, please leave. Okay. So let's create this one. Okay, so if we're going with employee directory, um, you know what? Yeah, I'll start here just to use this template. Okay, so I can use this template. Let's see that I'm just going to be using the API connection. That's fine. Here, they're going to be adding some other things too, which is pretty awesome. I'm going to connect this later. And now I can start working on this page in this app. And I can just be able to first think about the pages that we're going right here and adding different things, different pages, or I can add different sections. I can just add a block right here and start doing this. Oh, Ariel, talking about your videos are great. Oh, thank you so much. Really inspiring. Really do appreciate it. Hey, thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate that everything. And greetings from Spain. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad it's helpful. Glad that you're here. And thanks so much. If you have any questions, let me know as you're watching. It's good stuff. So right here, this allows me to decide, am I going to add different things for my header, the hero section, in just a few clicks, I can just click it and then I can add this. So if you're familiar with any kind of like, yeah, if you've used any kind of builder like Elementor for WordPress, Squarespace, Wix, This block system is pretty easy, right? So I can delete it, I can change the positioning, all of those different things, which is really cool. And then when I'm done, of course, I would add the database and all of those things. But you see, this is a brand new thing from Software. Now you can turn your web apps into mobile apps very quickly. This is a huge thing that they just launched a couple weeks ago. A lot of people have asked in the past, like, how do I create a PWA or progressive web app? Now you can be doing all of these things with Software. So that's a huge, huge difference right here. So if you're going to be launching your own site or your own app and really have that as MVP, it's going to be awesome. And look at this, push notifications coming soon. Okay, so a lot of new things happening with Software. They just keep getting better and better. So if you're interested, remember, sign up for a free account and get started. Okay, so again, if I was going to be starting like a side hustle and start charging, I would probably start creating my own software templates and then selling them. That's what I'd probably do. Um, if I already have a very niche one, like say for instance, I might use a start with software and create a marketplace, but have a really niche marketplace or onboarding experience. So I'd have multiple pages where, oh, thank you. We're counting on build the software. Okay, cool. I might answer a question. Um, so when you're starting with software, you can create your own marketplace, or they have a template for marketplaces. But instead, you could have a very custom onboarding of how people are going to start building their marketplace, and then you could be selling that. So it's not just their template; you could be selling the entire onboarding, how they could validate their idea with their marketplace, all of those things. And with that in mind, if you want to know more about like marketplaces, Yorumi's got a great community, everything marketplaces. If you want to connect with ones trying to create marketplaces, I am not getting paid by them or by Yorumi, but really good community for you to start understanding how you could launch this. And again, you can create this now with software. So if I was going to get started, I'd first join everything marketplaces, understand what people are trying to do, how they're trying to validate or create a marketplace, but maybe they don't have the technical know-how. They're just a founder, but they're a non-technical founder. Then you can go to software, build that MVP, either partner with them or sell them the template, the software template, and go from there. I mean that's how I'd launch it. Because if they're already the founder and they're trying to start a marketplace, they're doing all the hard work for you. They're doing all the hard work for you. So then you're just, again, you're just providing the tech and go from there. Okay. Um where would the next be? Okay, so some people have been asking like, well, can I what other no code things could I do where it's another like say for instance another genre. So you can go with beat stars if you are musically inclined and you're trying to think about selling or creating a side hustle. I would probably go to beatstars.com, and that way you can start selling your own beats. You can actually create different music with no code tools. So that's another thing I would look at as well. Okay. Next up. Oh, creating podcast SOPs. If you already have been creating a podcast for many different years, people want to know how to do it, just create SOPs and start selling the template on Gumroad or anything like that. I would do a couple different things. I would either go to podcast.co, start taking a look at who's using it, or actually, podcast.co has a service where you can actually, at Matchmaker, see who's trying to create podcasts and either pitch your services right here. Look at this 40,000 people making sweet podcasts. So if I'm looking for how can I find clients, I would go to matchmaker.fm and hit up all of these people. They're raising their hand. They're saying, I'm an inspiring podcaster or I'm doing this. If they're doing this solo, offer services where you can be doing something for them. I mean, this is already curating where you can get all of your clients right here. I mean, it's right there. So in the same kind of way, for if I'm looking for a very specific niche to work with, if I'm looking for podcasters, I would go there. If I'm looking to work with like speakers or ones that are aspiring to become a world renowned speaker or something like that, I would go to Hey Summit. And then I would go to become a speaker and go to the directory. And so browse the directory of ones that are saying, they're raising their hand and saying, I'm a speaker. I want to be speaking. You can either be offering to either book events for them, create a better landing page for people to book them. So you're optimizing the experience for them to um, start making money as a speaker, or just uh, more awareness around them. There's tons of different ways. So think about where Hojo. You know what? Great to see you here. Good to see you over here, out here. Um, think about who your target market is and how you can start really supplying value to them. So again, who do you want to serve? How are you going to help their life be better? And then look at a very specific place where to find them and where to contact them. Okay? So again, if I'm looking for speakers, you're looking for ones that are influencers, Hey Summit has a directory. If I'm looking for podcasters, matchmaker.fm has that right there. If you're looking for more creators in the space and you're looking for ones that have products, go to gumroad.com, look at who's already selling, and see if you can offer to either expand to offer another service for them, or see how you can improve their life. What's going on here? So look at where you can search for the people. In the comment section down below, let me know, are you trying to think of an idea to sell a product or launch a service? Are you looking for more customers? What's going on with you? No, yeah, okay. Long time no see. I know. What you up to, huh? Great to see you today. And welcome. I got all kinds of sound effects for you.
Welcome to Build With Me.
Let me know how you're doing. Hope everything's going well with you. So again, think about where you're going to try to start talking to people, or where you're at in the process. Now, also too, we have this thing right here, how to validate your side hustle in 1 hour. If you have not validated your side hustle, or you don't know where to begin, I'm dropping this in the comment section right here. This is going to be where you can actually validate your ideas. It starts with the 3 steps to validate and then going through what you need to do. So let's just review this, right? So 3 steps to validate your app or your side hustle idea. Number 1, who are you helping? The next one, what does success look like to you? So are you trying to make an extra 500 a month, 1,000 a month? Are you just trying to increase your community size? What's your goal? And the last part is your workflow to validate your app. So we actually have a workflow right here that turns your idea into a reality. And that allows you to navigate all of these things. So we can go through this if you want. Let me know in the comment section. Or that's why we have on the other side, we have the 50 side hustle ideas. Maybe you've already thought about what you're trying to validate. You just cannot think of product ideas or different ways to do it. We've already done it for you. Right. So we already have 50 right here. If you want the link, it's in the comment section. If you need it again, just say, I need it, and we'll drop the link again. But this gives you all of the different things that you can be doing. Then we talk about the marketplace options, where you can actually go find clients or where you can start selling, and then the business examples as well. Right. So let us know. Do you want to go through the ideas? Do you need the places where you're going to sell? Or you need business examples? Let me read some of the comments. They're saying, good, working on how I can start a low code service based business for IT and security teams. So it caught my eye. Hey, I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Hey, I'm all about that. So let's use this as an example, if you don't mind. So if you're starting a low code service based business for IT and security teams, so what's the value prop? Why do they need you? That would be my first question. Um, if you're offering a low code solution, are you speeding something up? Are you speeding up the development or the security for them? Let me know. Ariel is talking about business examples, please. Business examples. Let's go through business examples. Okay, so we have a few different business examples right here. Where should we go? Okay, so we've got a couple here. So we'll go from click it up a notch. You know what? Okay, let's see what this one is. Click it up a notch is okay. So it's for photography, courses, ebooks, and affiliates. So let's talk about them. Okay. So, Billy, what's going on, man? Good to see you. So right here, where it's talking about click it up a notch, this is a good example if you have a skill and you're trying to productize it. Okay, so are you really good at? Are you thinking about do you have photography skills? Do you have a podcast? So, Ariel, the first thing is if you're looking at click it up a notch and you're thinking about what you could be doing, where are you right now? What skill do you want to start making money as a side hustle? That would be the first one. Now, with click it up a notch, what this person was doing, she also released a course. How even though she couldn't necessarily take everyone's picture, she can also offer a course how you can do it yourself. Learn the basics. So if you have a skill and you're trying to teach someone, can you learn? Can you teach them the basics and release a course? You also notice right here it says free manual mode. So unlock the secrets of manual mode and capture the everyday magic of your family's life through the lens of your DSLR camera. This is awesome because it's really, really specific. It's not just every kind of camera. It's a DSLR. So she's really focusing on um, her customer in a very specific type of customer. So that's an idea for you, Ariel. If you've got an idea, if you've got a side hustle or something that you can help with someone, think about those things. Chris is saying, I guess, to rate or validate firms. Yeah, that's interesting. Um, okay, so that's number one. The next part is she's making money from affiliates as well. So even if you don't buy her course, if you get her, like if she's offering a top resources list or something like that, she can get affiliate, a percentage of all the things that she suggests. So this is similar to like we've got our favorite tools right here. And so we have our favorite tools of our hardware and then all of the things that we use in our business. And these are all of our affiliate links. So you hear me talk about it, and then I just drop the link. And I always tell people if it's an affiliate that, this is an affiliate link. If you don't want to use it, just go to their website. But this is helping us out. We're giving this information out for free. If you're interested in software, here you go. Right. So that's an idea of an affiliate that you could do for sure. Now I'm saying yes, target market are startups that need a lean approach to help desk, service desk, knowledge base building, baseline security, and compliance training. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, cool. So if you're doing that, let's go over here for a second. Let me go into my products real quick. I love that, by the way. So if I'm looking for that, Naya, I can never say this name of this tool. Prelo? Am I saying it right? So Prelo allows you to have a list of all of these startups that just raise money and all of those things. Let me drop it in the chat. That might help you because then if you're looking for startups that need help and you need to see if they raise money. So right here, it gives me a rating of who just made money, their location when they made money, all of those things. So that might help you as your outreach and look from there. So I would probably go with them, and that's on AppSumo right now for like $87. Um, and then the other one might be getcyberleads.com and start um building out who just made money or who just raised money and hit them up. Yeah. So as you're seeing, like it's probably just an Airtable base that they've curated all these things, but you get access. So if I was looking at that, I would look at Cyber Leads or this one. It's $87 lifetime, and then you can get that. There we go. Hopefully that helps. That's it. This is why I love this channel. Hey man, thanks so much. We're out here trying to make people money. That's what we're trying to do. Thanks so much. No problem, man. Great. This is why we're here for you. Okay. So that's an idea to do it. Okay. Okay. So that's one example of like a yeah, click it up a notch, showing like how I could do a skill and then build it out myself. The other one that I like is effortless gent. This is interesting right here. He's actually using like Podia for all of his courses. So what do they do? It's a learn wardrobe effortless style. So they do like wardrobe training, all those things. But here he's selling an ebook, courses, brand sponsorships, and coaching. You can do all that stuff with using Podia because you can do all those different features and create that. But right here it says look good every day with these 11 items. If you don't need tons of clothing to dress sharp. I'll send you a free e-guide highlighting the 11 essentials you need for a perfect casual wardrobe. So there we go. Again, every single time we're here. And Chris is giving some good resources right here as well. Oh, we got bots in here. We gotta, of course, let's block some people real quick. There we go. It happens. It happened a little bit quicker than, well, a little bit lower. Okay. All right, buddy. Let's block some people real quick. Oh, the spam bots. Okay. Cool. All right. Block that. Okay. So again, right here, this allows you to think about how to actually go about, and say, for instance, we'll go back for now. If you're looking for a client in an IT startup, perhaps if they're not ready to work with you or you can be showing value, I'd be putting out some kind of resource guide or showing your expertise that's free before I would then, continue. So something to think about. Okay. Oh, yeah. So effortless gent. So they right here, let's take a look at how they do it. So it says outfits right here, the outfit guide. This is something I really like. Already having a quiz. So you can start breaking out the quiz right here. So which season are you shopping for? I need a spring or summer clothes. I need fall. No problem. See, now you got people in the chat helping you out. It's great stuff. Great job. Thanks, Chris. Um, so right here, this is giving you kind of an experience, and then it gives you options. It says I want effortless outfits. Easing shopping guide right here. Boom. So it's having me try to buy the outfits or the guide for 47. Very interesting. And then down here below, it's effortless is a buying and styling guide for guys. Want an easy way to put together smart, sharp, casual wardrobe. Love it. $47. Easy. He's got testimonials right here. FAQ. And then again, call to action. All on Podia. It's great. It's a great sale. I sound like I'm dying, but I'm doing okay. Let's see. Let's see. Next one. Billy saying, what is your advice on getting yourself ready for the market after learning Flutter Flow? That's a great question. So, what is your advice on getting yourself ready for the market? So it depends. So I would say getting yourself ready. Are you already a creator or builder using Flutterflow and you're trying to get clients? Are you trying to showcase your app that you've built in Flutterflow? Let me know more, Billy. That's a great question. Let's see. So that's one example. Let's see. Let's go at another one. PR. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think that's not bad. Brickfest Live. Okay. So I'm going to talk about Brickfest because what I like about them is you could actually do this. I think you could do this virtually or in person. Definitely because a lot more things are opening up more. But what they're doing is they're just capitalizing on a certain obsession and then they're building their own. So Brickfest Live is ones that are obsessed about Legos. And all they're doing is bringing people together that are obsessed about Legos. So they have a full schedule where they showcase around the country where they're actually selling tickets for people to showcase. What I like about this is it's a curated experience. They're not doing like they're not doing the heavy lifting of building. They're just bringing together people that are obsessed about something and then going from there, right? Um that's the main thing. So, if you're looking for something like that, It's a great thing to do. Billy's saying, just got started with Flutterflow and it's going well. I'm aiming at building my favorite app ideas. Okay, cool. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so if I am getting ready for Flutterflow, if I'm getting ready for Flutterflow, what would I do? Okay, so number one, I would start talking to people on Twitter or showing your work and just live streaming and showing people what you're trying to do and go from there. Now, I would reach out to Flutterflow when you're ready, and if you already know how to start using it or you're enthusiastic about it, I would get in touch and just offer yourself as an expert when you feel ready, or an expert in something very specific that you think that you can offer. For example, you see how it's divided up to developers, UI, UX, full stack, or Flutter Flow troubleshooting. Perhaps you're just really good at design and you have a knack for teaching people how to build very specific screens or something like that. Well, you can break down your expertise or showcase what you're trying to do or create your own app or helping people. So just because it says experts, if there's something that you really have a knack for, think about what you can be doing. Same thing for like developers. Perhaps you come from a developing background and you're going into this low code, no code space. If you already have proficiency how to use GitHub or do something on that side, you can always offer your services. Hey, I can help with no coders that are on the other side. They're novice and they don't understand how to do things with GitHub or things like that. So think about different ways that you can offer your expertise and let people know what you're great at. Again, like as you're seeing an example of what we're doing right here, the expertise is showing people, okay, how do you plan to launch your side hustle? Instead of just saying, like, I can do it, we're showing how we can help people do all of those different things and go from there. Right. So let me know if that makes sense, Billy. But yeah, if you're already learning, just start putting out content or documenting what you've learned, what you like. Are you building things in Figma first? For you to understand what your app will look like, and then you're showing the process of bringing it into Flutterflow. There's tons of different things that you can be doing there. Have you created any apps on Flutterflow? Personally, no. And I'll tell you why. I only use a set amount of apps or platforms um, if I need to accomplish something. That might seem very vague, but for the most part, I mainly work with automation or I'm building just something that I don't need Flutterflow for. I'm usually building mobile apps or PWAs, so I'm just using software. There is going to be a video coming up soon with Flutterflow, and we're getting experts and we're going to be building it live. But me personally, no. I see the benefits, and if I was trying to do a full native app and using the power of Flutter, I would be using Flutter Flow. But personally, haven't found personally for me why I'm going to be scaling it. Yeah. What are your recommendations on documenting process? Oh, that's a good question. Live streaming and talking about like step by step what you're going to be doing. Like, so for instance, I'm even if you're not live streaming to anyone, I would be looking at how I'm going to be like just starting. So, I mean, we can look at it right here. So, if I was going to go with Flutterflow and I'm saying, okay, start for free, I would actually be showing, okay, let me first create a account or let me log in and see how I can get started using this platform. I'm first going to go through the basics of the components or how to use Flutterflow, things like that. That's how I'd start documenting, and I would then record videos step by step of me learning something in Flutterflow and start having it that way. Let me know if that makes sense, Billy. Chris, what does softer? How does softer compare to Adalo? Chris, great question. Just depends on the functionality that you're looking for. For in general, I'm going to be going for softer, but that's because the functionality that I'm looking for. Usually, I'm creating an MVP, like marketplace or a jobs board or something like that. So I don't need to use Adalo. The other thing is speed too. Adalo is pretty slow. Now they just released an update today. They just released in a newsletter that they increased their speed by like 86%. Still depends on how much information or what you're using, but that's something interesting. Yeah, great question. So it kind of just depends. Kind of depends. Let's see. Let's see. Neuron? Neuron. Maybe I'm saying it right. Hopefully, I am. Do you know any companies that started with no code MVPs and continue to remain in that way after making profits? This is a really good question. Actually, we have a new video coming out about Flutterflow. Okay, so let's go through a couple. So, Tiny Acquisitions. Tiny Acquisitions is um, using Bubble, and they're highly profitable. Shout out to Stephen Campbell and all of them. They stayed on Bubble, and I don't know. You can check on Twitter how much he's making per month. He's scaling and not a problem. There's two examples on Flutterflow as well that has raised money, actually 23 million, and they're using Flutterflow and using it to scale. So the first one is Tiny Acquisitions. Let's see. Hold on one second. Does software? Are you talking, Chris? You're talking about software? Does software support native? No. So PWAs only. Native's not right now. Flutter is going to be is native. I could keep getting hit with these bots. Got to time some people out. So Tiny Acquisitions. So they use Bubble, and they have no. They're not going anywhere. They're all going to stay on Bubble. So that's number one. Hold on, I actually have an example. I was going to do a video coming up about this. This is really good about companies that did this. So let's look at this one. Spark Charge. Let me go over here. So Spark Charge just raised $23 million to scale on-demand electronic vehicle charging. So imagine like on-demand, someone getting you gas. That's what they're doing. So I love on-demand marketplaces. They just raised 23 million. Can you deploy Flutterflow to Android and iOS? Yes, you can. So yeah, so the Spark Charge, this is all using a Flutterflow app. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So number one, it's the app currently, and then again raising it for 23 million, all using a no code, low code app. That's really good. So people want to know more information. I was going to do a video coming up about Spark Charge, and that's probably one of the the higher rounds that I've heard. 23 million from a low code app, but oh, I said it twice. Let me just do one. Yeah. So Um, yeah. So we got that one. That's good. So again, you can do a lot with no code, low code apps. It depends on the functionality and what you're looking for. And not every platform is perfect for everything, right? You've got to decide what works for you, all of those things. But again, Flutterflow, because it can go native, because you can do quite a bit, because it's as low code components, it's a great option. It's a great option. Okay, let's look at this. Great question. Let's see. Yeah, AppGyver is an aerial. AppGyver is another one that people have used. The downside of AppGyver, and they plan on making some changes in the future. Just keep in mind, AppGyver, the templates are very limited, so it's very powerful, but just the building blocks, they're limited. So you're going to either need to know more strategies for development, so being a dev, or the other side is too, at this time, AppGyver doesn't, you have to use a third party database. So back in the day, one of the best parts about AppGyver was free and you could use the database that was free. Now you have to either use Xano or Backendless. So you have to calculate if you're going to spend money on that. So that's just a bit of a bummer. And that's why at the time, right now, Flutterflow, I just, the cost wise and like the development and what the teams are doing, I'm just going to go with Flutterflow. But if people are interested in like seeing a for beginners Flutterflow video, we're planning it in like the next month. So people interested, just let us know. But we're gauging interest before we do it. Okay, let's see. We have that. Okay, a couple of things too. If Chris, I think you mentioned talking about if I'm going to use software over a dollar. Uh, the main thing is if I'm building an MVP where I'm just looking at the workflow, I might do it in a dollar because I like their screens. But if I'm functionality, I'm just going to move a lot quicker. I'm just going to be using softer. That's the main thing. But again, the functionality. Am I using different components? What's going on? But the one thing Flutterflow is that I think you can't make web apps. Correct. So to for right now, that is correct. So that's another thing that we talk about, right? So if I'm going to be going more native, if I'm going to go native apps and I'm looking for all of the functionality of a native app right now, that's where I'm going to be using Flutterflow. If I want the push notifications, if I want to be able to do very specific things with the camera and accessing certain things, and I want a native experience, definitely I'm going to go with Flutterflow. If I'm going to go with more of a web app, I'm going to most likely go with softer or glide apps for the most part, depending on the functionality. Probably go with softer, but if I need certain things, glide is a great option as well. Is there a no code or low code system for native desktop apps? Native desktop apps. I would need to know more details that you're looking for. Maybe Builder. I might use Builder if I was trying to do that. Depends on the functionality. What is the cost of the native apps? I thought the monthly cost was high. Tell me more. Tell me more, Chris. Like cost of like tell me what is expensive. And then like the cost of native apps. Um yeah, tell me more. If you're going for like a native app, let's see. So Flutterflow, let's see what they're charging right now. Okay, so probably I'm going to go with pro plans like 70, but you can go with other ones that have pro cost of deployment. Okay. So are you saying how many times you deploy, or you're saying like in general having a platform where you're just deploying it to the stores like iOS and all of that stuff? Another thing too, if I'm already building on so like UI back what is it? UI bakery? If I'm using something that's more native or something that I'm deploying, I can always just pay someone on Fiverr and they can just deploy it for me. Okay, so okay, yeah. So if you're going to go with deployment, it just depends. If I can do it either myself, or if I'm having trouble, just get someone on Fiverr to deploy if you're having trouble with it. Or if you just don't want to mess with it. But it depends on the platform, right? Because if I'm using something like let's just go through an example. What am I using? If I'm using Odium, they're already deploying for it free. It's already included. So it depends on the platform that you're looking at, but usually, if I'm going with a pro plan or standard, I would just look at what's going on, and it's already going to be there. It's already going to be counted in the cost. It's not gonna. They're not going to charge me over and over again. If that's what we're going with. Let me know if that helps, Chris. Is it a monthly cost? Depends on what platform you're using, right? So if I'm using, say for instance, if I just go with like Flip a bit, I forgot about Flip a bit. Yeah, it could work. Yeah, depends on. I think we've done a review on Flip a bit too. Flip a bit's not bad. Just depends on the features. If I'm gonna do like a native like desktop, I might probably just use Builder. But again, depends on the features. So if you're going to be charged monthly, it depends on what you're going to be using in what platform. Um, and then also, yeah, if that's included. So like Odium, it's included. It's included once, and then I don't pay past that. I got a lifetime deal on that though. It depends. So like Builder, for example, if I was going to do that, Flip a bit, yeah, I haven't thought about Flip a bit in a minute. Thanks so much for that, SJ24. Great question or a great comment. Thank you. So it just depends. Builder, builder. Oh, oh, that's one other thing too. I'd like to say. Maybe I should have mentioned this too. So you built Flutterflow. You built it on Flutterflow, and you want to leave. It allows you to export your code. So if you want to host it or something else, and you're like, hey, I don't want to pay monthly. I'm going to do everything else, and you're just building on Flutterflow. That could cut out your monthly bill too. It depends on your level of expertise and like how the technicality. I probably wouldn't, just because I'm like I don't want to think that much or find a developer that can edit for me and all those things. So that's why I would be paying Flutterflow per month. But if you want to export your code and bring it somewhere else and you don't want to pay them monthly, that's another option too. That's one of the benefits of Flutterflow. I could build here and then export my code and go somewhere else, and then I wouldn't have to worry about it, right? But all of the updates and what the team is doing, it's probably going to be cheaper just to have it on Flutterflow and have the team continually, really be able to advance. And then that's just part of what I'm paying for. Depends. You don't have to. And then for deploying, I could just pay someone on Fiverr and deploy it for me. And you just had to do it once. Keep in mind too, if you're going to deploy it to iOS or you're going to deploy it to the Google store, I sound like death. It's just my allergies. Hold on one second. One second. If I'm going to be doing that, I can what's I saying? Yeah, I could deploy it. Yeah, I can just pay people to do it. Or you can do it yourself. You know you're hit when the bots keep coming back. Thanks. Man, crazy. I don't know what's with that today. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, you guys it's great to see everyone here. Doc, can you please post this when you finish? Post the video? Yeah, this automatically posts. So the replay will automatically come up right when we're done streaming. If you've got to go and you got to come back, you can catch this and you'll see it on. As long as you can just subscribe to the channel and you'll see when it pops back on. But this video is not going anywhere. Yeah, no worries. Great question. Let me know if that makes sense, right? So if I'm looking for desktop, you can of course do flip a bit. If I'm doing something like that, Builder, I might take a look at. I will say Builder is more of a low code solution. So just think about that for a moment. So if you're brand new to the space, Builder just might be a little bit overwhelming, but you can do a lot with it. It's a blank canvas, right? You can do a lot. So I would say it's more at the level of a little bit, it's a different workflow, but be on the same level of like Bubble or something like that. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing.
Welcome
Thank you
to
so much
Build
for
with
being
me.
here, Ariel. So that's a suggestion. That's a suggestion. Okay. Great questions. Great questions. All right. So we have that. I'm just going to cut down on a couple tabs because I've got like 20 tabs open right now. Okay, we talked about Glide. We talked about Softer. All right, I'll do that later. Here we go, directory. All right. All right, let's get back to this. Chris, let me know if that makes sense. And if that's helpful of like if you don't want to pay like monthly just to export the code. Oh, awesome, Chris. No worries. Thank you for being here. And thanks for helping everyone out. That was good. Okay. All right. So we're coming back. There's a couple other things. I wanted to add, like, if someone was thinking about a side hustle and offer like knowledge as a service, and that like is CAS. If you know an expertise, and you're trying to get like people paying for the expertise of what you can bring in, you might want to take a look at Trendly. Like Trendly is, it's compiling all the data that's already out there from Google Trends and Amazon, and I'm just paying to understand those trends quicker. For example, it says discover rising trends you haven't heard of. So piggyback on early trends before they take off. So he's gathering free information, but he's consolidating it for me to understand quicker, and I'm paying for that. So if you have some kind of knowledge, or if you have a database where you're compiling data in all of these things, you can start packaging and sell it just as a service right there. So knowledge as a service. The other like really basic way that we do it with knowledge as a service, something called DocStock. So people pay for all the documents of all the things that I'm learning or all the things that I just have laying around. And so people just pay for that, right? So it's a knowledge as a service. I just have it as a Notion doc. People pay for it. Excuse me. And right here, you can see like my top tools, all the most popular notes, and it's all of my notes that I'm just selling. So it's knowledge as a service. Anyone that you have an expertise that you want to give people access to, you can be doing the same thing. Now, this is again, um, Mike set this up for people can, curate and track all of the different trends. But this is really just from Google Trends and those pieces of data that he's curating and then people are paying for. So right here, I can see the search volume. So right here, Blender Portable. Okay, so it's the trends going pretty high. He's telling me the top Google queries. He's telling me top Amazon queries so I can see what people are buying, and then top YouTube queries. This allows me to decide if I want to create a product or service around these trends. And because they're on the rise, I can get in front of, a lot of huge businesses potentially being able to do this. I'm going to have to put more blockers. I'm going to have to do more blockers on this. I've never had so many spam accounts in my live stream ever. Okay, sorry about that. So if you're looking at this a way to curate, think about something that you know or have access to, just like get cyber leads that you can then package up and people sell. So same thing, cyber leads, find new clients for your agency business. This is all just like an Airtable. What is he charging right here? Charging 197 per month, 297 a month for premium, and then autopilot 1500 a month. And it's just curated information. So if you're thinking about creating a side hustle or something like that, maybe it's just packaging information. That way you're not having to start something from scratch. You're just bringing in all these different sources. Okay. Let's just go through one more. And then any other questions, anything like AppSumo questions, platforms about different, we can talk about Flutter Flow more, softer, let me know. But let's go through one more example. And PR Couture. Let's see. Couture. Let's see. This one is Grow Your Personal Empire. PR is industry leading platform for communication professionals ready to lead with authority and get paid accordingly. We've helped thousands of PR professionals at every level surpass their career goals. Yeah. Can a moderator stop the spam? Yeah, Jimmy. I use some of my mods are just not here today. So Erica's usually here, Nyota. So I'm 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 doing it myself right now. Yeah, Jimmy. We're trying this stuff. Spam bots out here crazy. Okay, so right here is talking about a pitch template, consulting, and then the portal. This is interesting because probably a membership right here, one-on-one consulting or one-to-many consulting, small group, and then a pitch template. Uh, oh, Jimmy. Okay, I'm going to talk to you right after this. I might make you a mod. All right, I got you. We're going to talk about this. I appreciate you. Um, and then right here, being able to go step by step of what you need to be doing. So it says PR pitch template. We know the three-part process that works. So right here, the template, it's yours for free. So they're allowing me to do um, a segmented survey. So I'm getting all of this in exchange for them to get my email address, but they're already providing some kind of service for me. And the great thing about this is, again, it's one to many where they don't have to do this in real time, right? No problem, Nayo. Thank you so much for being here. Um, this is interesting. Okay, so now right here, they'll get in touch with us within 2 days. The only thing is, it's not telling me how much it is. It's probably going to be over 1,000 to 2,000, I assume. They're not doing pricing, and they want to again follow up with me more personally than just throwing out a price and seeing if I'm going to leave. So again, good tips if I'm thinking about again having this kind of process for my own product or service or side hustle, right? Tons of different things. Again, if you want the list of the 50 profit side hustle that are profitable or the marketplaces, Let me drop the link in a moment. We'll go from there. Jimmy, if you're on again, I'm going to definitely make you a mod. I appreciate you. Really do appreciate you. I'll go to my settings and make that happen. So thanks a lot. Uh, and make with Max. Thanks to you and oh Max, I have started my no code journey. I got an $1 subscription and I'm making an app that teaches kids finances. What? That is awesome. Congratulations on that. That is great stuff. Great stuff. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Is that Max with 100 days of no code? Hopefully. I'll tell him, I'll give him a shout out and all that stuff. But love it. That's a great thing. Kids definitely need that. That's great. Thank you so much. And I'm glad that it's helping. Keep me posted too. With all their dollar changes, that's going to be awesome. Okay. So, again, we're going to be talking about the different ways to launch a side hustle. Remember, this is going to be on replay. Right when we end, it's going to be on replay. Coming up, we have a couple different things. Remember, coming up in the next couple of episodes, we're going to be showing you the case study how with Flutterflow, the company secured $23 million in funding. So we'll talk about that. If you're interested in a Flutterflow for beginners course or video, let me know in the comment section down below. We're always talking to the Flutterflow people. So if you're interested and that's helpful for people, let us know. And then coming up, we're releasing a video how you can start getting a job using no code skills. And we have a brand new adventure coming up. I'll be traveling to Las Vegas and talking about how I'm going to be doing that with the NBA. So that's going to be coming up soon. So in the comment section, let us know. And again, thank you so much for hanging out. We're going to be doing more of these live videos soon. More videos are going to be dropping later this week. Again, thank you everyone. If this has been a great experience, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you in the next video. Again, everyone, thanks so much for being here, and talk to everyone soon. Bye.